So where we left off, you guys were headed back to Outskirt from your trip to the Riddermound, where you've acquired some new interesting treasures and also an interesting experience along the way, confronting some dangerous adversaries and also seeing some strange things on the way back. A knight clad in dark armor that seemed to be upon Warhorse back. As it neighed and kicked up in the distance and ran beyond the hill, you continued on towards Outskirts, which, as you guys move around a final curve of the road leading from the western direction, you guys can see Outskirt right there and ahead of you. So the adventure is yours, folks. You guys are arriving back to the town. What would you guys like to do?
What time of day is it?
I would say early evening, because it's been about 4 days since you guys left.
Would the shops still be open at this time, or?
Most would, yeah.
Okay. I was going to just keep sort of steering the donkey back up towards the shops. See if we can't turn in and sell some of this junk that we managed to collect.
Okay, yeah, you guys, same kind of spiel. You guys get to the gate. The gate is closed, but you're recognized by the folks that are working there, and the gates are opened to allow you guys re-entry into Outskirt. I'll move you guys back to the Outskirt map so that way you guys can kind of reminisce and look around. It should pop up there for you guys with those numbers. I should have labeled them from last time, or the ones that you visited. But you notice the shops that you visited earlier were like 5 and 6 up there at the top. You visited 9 where you Drameth that interesting mystic character that you guys got some training from as well.
And then and then 4 was the like inn tavern.
4 was the tavern, yeah. The Three Stags Inn is what it was called. So it's up to you, whatever you guys would like to do.
Is it worth us trying to sell these to other people, or do we just bring them into a shop and try to dump the whole load?
Well, we could bring the weapons to the,
Smithy?
To the smithy, and then I think we'll get a better and more fair assessment there than at the general store. And then at the general store, we can pick up the rations and stuff that we all need after we all ate all of our food on the road.
We can probably get a better price for the headbands and the rings at the general store than we will at the smithy.
Yeah, those at the general store.
Connery doesn't seem to be paying attention, just looking off in the distance.
There's a little bit of a sunset. There's the Luke Skywalker scene.
It's more of a anxiety, like anxiousness.
Is this fur up?
Yeah, I'd say fur is standing on it.
Are the dogs reacting to Connery being anxious?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. That would clue Kalskin. Otherwise, Kalskin has no fucking clue what's going on.
One thing that you guys do notice heading back up to where the inn area is you guys are moving around the edge of town with the cart and donkey pulling you guys along. There is a woman clad in plate mail. She has this a small round metal shield kind of strapped to her back, and she has this morning star kind of sitting down into the shield, kind of hanging out the top. Walking with confidence and walking with purpose. She looks like she's headed directly towards the Three Stags Inn. She's not wearing any kind of helmet or anything. I'll show you guys what she looks like.
Please don't be another villain.
Let's see what you think.
Oh, look at that. Always so grumpy.
She looks like she's just walking past. Her face is like just directly looking towards Three Stags Inn. You can see like her eyes will like just drift to the left and the right occasionally, just looking over at some people and just heading right in. She makes her way right to the front door of Three Stags and walks in.
You must be muted, Matt.
You made it, man.
Thank you. Do I recognize the armor from like any like kingdom or area in my travels? Something that
Make a myths and legends for me.
okay. Character sheet. Myths and legends. I know you're in here somewhere. Nope.
Looks like plate mail. You try to look at you look at Belthus to see if there's any comparisons on his armor and stuff, and not really any comparisons to him.
Is she a human or is she an elf like Belthus?
From what you can tell, appears to be human.
I think it's safe to say she's not using magic.
Not with all the metal. Mr. Geyer, do you want to take care of the money things and I'll go listen in on our new friend in town?
Sure, just be mindful of that other mallard kid that was in there if he's around.
Yeah,
I think he's the one that Numeral said was rather sketchy, I believe was the word she used.
Yeah, I don't like him either. I can go get us all a table if we're all going to meet in the tavern.
Certainly, I can be there shortly.
Okay. Kalska will do her little halfling hop off the back of the cart. Quick little feet into the tavern.
I like that. The halfling hop. I love it.
Yeah. She'll quickly run to go into the tavern a little bit behind the woman to try to listen in, and also keeping an eye out for the mallardkin. An eye out for the mallardkin.
Sure, yeah.
That's all I'm doing for now.
Okay.
And then Guy's just going to run in and try to sell the jeweled headbands and the couple of things we got off of the... well, there was only the one goblin corpse that we were able to loot while we were in there, and then we got a couple of spears. So there's only a couple of weapons and a couple of things to sell.
Okay. Basically, just so we don't have to roleplay all that out, Matthew, I'm going to say that it'll be the same transaction amount that we had before for those things.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to go ahead and look through the book and kind of tally that up, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
But I guess we'll assume Geyer is doing that. Is anybody going with Geyer to do that?
I'd definitely be with Geyer just as a show of force so that nobody, you know, messes with the cart.
Okay, you got it. You got a guard for the cart.
Follow Calcica.
Numeral is heading with who?
Calcica.
Okay, so you're kind of heading with the halfling towards the Three Stags Inn. What about Conry as he's staring off into the distance, a little anxious?
I would say that I'm still staring off into the distance, and I kind of got that uncontrollable, natural, like when a dog whines when like his owner goes away.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. Calcica and Tenumeral, you guys somewhat follow this armored female. And one thing that you notice, to numeral, you probably notice it more than Kalsika just because of your current stature and your height, is this woman is kind of short. She probably only stands maybe 5'4", 5'5". But the armor is like just clanking along, like sounds like Belthus walking around. She goes in and heads right to the bar area, pulls out a seat, sits down. Doesn't change her facial expression at all. It's really just serious look the whole time. And as you walk in, there's a pretty decent crowd here, as it's like it always is, kind of. I mean, this place is a pretty hopping place for this small town. You do notice that your Mallard friend is here. It's kind of like he's occupying the same table from when you left before. It's like he never even moved. And you do see that there's only 2 individuals sitting at the table with him this time, as there was 3 last time. You can see that Vagenhild is walking out towards the woman in the heavily clad armor sitting at the bar. And it looks like they're about ready to engage in a conversation about what she might have to drink or what she's going here to order. And Annabella / Leonara seems to be moving about tables and bussing tables, picking up dirty plates and bowls, and delivering meals and other things to the tables as well.
Kalsika would probably quickly...
And we do have a track titled 3 Stags In. So I'm going to go ahead and play that
This is
track.
important.
Whoa.
Thank you, Mr. Lundstrom.
Here it is. The 3 Stags In. Yeah, so there are a few minstrels here playing in the corner.
Like,
Real quick, Michael.
Mhm.
If I can ask one quick question for
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
For the headbands and the rings,
Yes.
there is nothing in the item section specific for those
Yeah.
types of things.
Because they're in the adventures section, which is my book, not yours.
Oh, you're talking about, for the party, I can't remember. Somebody was keeping the hammer we found, right?
I think
Okay,
you
so
gave
the
it. You
hammer-
gave it to Belthus, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And the second spear, I know Geyer had one that's sort of bent. The second one that we pulled, are we selling
it's-
that? Or was someone-
it was just bending under the. It's not like bent. It was just bending under the pressure. It's still a workable spear. Yeah.
The second spear, I believe I have, but I'm okay with you taking it and selling it. Yeah.
Okay. Just I want to make sure that I get the right number.
Okay, so as far
what are
as
we doing with the crown?
headbands, the headbands are worth. You'll get 5 gold pieces each for the headbands,
Okay.
and 3 gold pieces each for the jeweled rings.
Still keeping the crown though, right?
Yeah, Geyer is still wearing the crown on his head. And then you said 3 gold for each of the rings?
3 gold for each ring. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you much.
You're welcome.
I'll put it in chat in a couple minutes once I do all the math out and figure out what everyone's cut is.
Yeah. Sorry, that didn't mean to interrupt you on that, Kalsika.
oh, it's fine. The music change is lovely. I'm very happy right now. Kalsika would look up at Numeral just to make sure that they're on the same page, and then she would go to move to the table closest to the bar. She's not trying to like directly follow and be in this woman's line of sight, but she's trying to like basically like whatever table backs up against this woman.
The woman in the armor?
bar. The woman in the armor.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And then just sit at that table with like her back to the woman so she can hear what she says to get clues about like what she sounds like and things like that. Like she's just trying to listen in and to get a sense of where she might come from, if I can guess her accent, things like that. She's just trying to
Okay.
eavesdrop.
Yeah, go ahead and roll awareness for me.
Ooh, I don't think that's gonna work.
Nope. Nope.
Missed it.
You could catch like she's got kind of like a deeper, almost raspier voice, but as far as like accent or anything, it's hard to tell like for you, you're not really sure like where it might be from. But she's just has that same look on her face the whole time, like very serious. It looks like she came in, ordered like a simple ale, and that's really it. To numeral, if you'd like to roll awareness as well, since you're kind of sitting down, kind of following Kalsika's lead, you can go ahead as well.
Yeah. Oh, like, first to numeral, she wouldn't be trying to listen for accents or anything because she has, like, literally never left her mountain, so she wouldn't have an ear for that.
Right.
But there might be other things that she might notice, so,
Okay. Yeah.
let's see. Let's see if I can remember how to roll in Roll 20.
I know that's the only negative about taking a week off is you got to relearn it.
Wait. Okay, there it is. Let me pull up my number.
I was gonna say that might
My awareness is 14.
So it succeeds.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing that you do notice after sitting there for a few moments is you catch a point in time where you're almost positive that she looked over to that mallard and kind of gave him a very deep, like, glare. But that's probably all you guys are going to get from just kind of sitting there for a few moments. Looks like she's just drinking an ale, drinking it every once in a while, and then turning and giving that guy a glare every once in a while.
Since my back is to her and her back's to me to the strange one, so she can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like, look, I can see to numeral. Kalsika's like very subtly like trying to get a sense from to numeral of like, do we like this woman? What's going on here? And she's, trying to keep an eye out for the mallard and her friends as they come in, but she's trying to get a sense from what to numeral's getting because Kalsika got nothing.
To numeral,
So
numeral. Before you answer that, it's kind of strange. You have this feeling in your gut that tells you that this woman is doing the exact same thing to the mallard that you guys are doing to her right now. That's your vibe.
Oh, that's funny. So Tenuro would just kind of shrug and maybe look over at the duck and shrug again. And maybe she'd be playing with like her 3 gold pieces she has like on the table, just kind of clanking them together, trying to think what will she do next with her few little 3 pieces of gold.
Kalsika sees her gold and just smirks and goes, do you want to play a game?
Yes.
And Kalsika will, like, on the fly just make up, essentially, rock, paper, scissors, but not rock, paper, scissors with numeral.
Okay.
While they wait for their friends, just to act like we're innocuous and whatever, just to be allowed to be here while we hold a table.
Both of you roll a flat d20. Whoever rolls lowest wins.
Okay, I'll roll that.
Oh! To numeral just slaughtered you at the game you just made up.
Well, I should have made that harder. Good game. Want to go again? And Kalsika is fully just for trying to play that we're just waiting, not play because we are waiting for our friends, but she's trying to seem boring and annoying almost, so that everyone just kind of around them just ignores them. Her play has always been to just seem silly and unimportant.
Connery, quick question. After Geyer and Belthus would have left from selling the gear, would you have regrouped back up with them, or would you kind of still be in your moment?
I'd say that, well, if Geyer and Belthus are planning on joining them in the tavern, eventually Connery would join them all as well.
Okay, so I was going to say, just at this moment, after you guys play a little bit of this game and are kind of just watching around, nothing really happens in here. You can see the whole scene just kind of plays out. Annabella walking around delivering food and meals and drinks and collecting plates. And eventually Vagenhild actually walks up to you guys, and at the same time, Conry, Belthus, and Geyer open the door into Three Stags and start to walk in with their pockets a little bit heavier with coin.
Kalska stands on the chair and just goes, Mr. Geyer! Mr. Geyer!
Guy will come to. We're in a much better mood now. He's had some rest. He's,
Got
as you
money.
said, a little heavier in the purse. We're going to give both Kalska and Numeral their cut of 11 gold each.
All right. 11 gold from all those things that you guys gathered up.
To Numeral's eyes would widen as this is like definitely the most gold she's like ever seen at once.
Very cool.
You'll have to join us next time because it was 5 times this amount before breaking it apart.
Wow.
So you guys make your way into the. It looks like they got a nice seat near the bar area. You guys are gathered back together once again. You guys all are perceptive enough that Annabella, the barmaid, kind of catches a glance of all of you gathered once back together and then shifts her eyes back to her work for a little bit as she's walking around picking up old dirty plates and cups from a table in the corner and then taking them back behind the bar. What would you guys like to discuss here? Or do?
Remember who told us of Riddermound to begin with? Was it her or the mystic?
It was
No,
Leonora who is posing as this Annabella waitress individual. She basically told you guys, when you guys were out there talking secrets, you guys remember she was kind of cleaning something up outside and you might have thought maybe she heard you. So she was like, well, exchange a secret for a secret, and she told you her name. So.
And then she immediately went inside and talked to the Mallard about us.
Yeah, that's what
that I
Tanural was able to find out.
Yeah.
Told the Mallard to, make sure you guys were doing what you were, living up to your end of the bargain, basically.
Were we supposed to report into her after our mission, or?
I don't think she necessarily said.
Okay.
No, we were just supposed to find them, and her best lead to start with was Riddermound.
Yeah.
That.
But I think, didn't we have something else that, like another lead that we had discussed?
Well, you got a lot of information about this orc chieftain Maladuke.
Marmalade, that's right.
Marmalade. Excuse me. Excuse me for using the appropriate name.
It's marmalade.
Well, and with what Connery so intelligently did by tracking the goblin, we could follow him to Marmalade.
And then while we're discussing this, Connery finally snaps out of his looking in the distance and looks at the rest of the table and says, I'm losing his scent.
Does that mean we should go?
Like, I can only keep hold of this scent for an entire day, and I can't help but be worried. In a society like the goblins and orcs, I can't imagine Marmalade is gonna welcome failure. So our little friend might be in trouble.
I mean, at the same point, are we really caring about that? He had a purpose. If we can track him, then he has served his purpose.
All living things deserve to live.
Can I see an ant or a spider or anything around us? A fly.
There's a couple flies, yeah, flying around.
I'm gonna pick up some scrap of food on the tail, and I'm just gonna wing it, try to hit the fly.
Okay, make a throw something from the table check. Just roll
Agility?
D20. Yeah,
That'd be like a sleight of
roll
hand.
agility. Yeah, roll
Brawling.
agility.
Brawling.
Agility or brawling for sure.
Oh,
That is a 1
that is a dragon.
Whoa!
on a bloody agility check, which doesn't help me.
Okay.
We don't have agility in this game.
It's just a basic. You're just rolling against your basic stat, right? Yeah. So yeah, what were you throwing at it?
A roll off of this.
A bread roll?
Yeah.
Okay. He throws a bread roll. He picks up a breadstick and throws it across the room in a fly, which hits it directly and pins it against one of these like wooden pillars inside Three Stags and squashes it up against the pillar. And the bread like crumples and breaks apart and falls down onto the floor.
Don't forget to mark that advancement under food fighting.
Do I add that as a secondary skill?
Okay, I'm gonna make a heroic ability for that.
If you do, though, I don't think you should with this group, Michael, because you know that's all we're all going to focus on. For
That's it. Everyone will take it. First chance I get.
Ducks and their skills with bread.
I like bread. Yeah.
Sorry,
Conry,
that's why I was
do
a
you want-
pest. What were you saying about all living things?
Conry, do you want to go? Will that make you feel better?
It would. I believe that Grub has a chance. Like, he didn't seem like a violent goblin. I think he has a chance to turn his life around if we can get there in time.
He could lead us to the more dangerous ones.
Yes. Marmalade.
Would we have any time to use any of this gold to learn any new spells, or should we save that for after?
I think after. Doesn't it take a long time to learn a spell?
I don't remember.
It takes
And
like a
shit.
whole shift, so it'd be like
Okay, that's
basically
what
a
I
whole
thought.
evening. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, we
maybe-
did just get back into town. I still need to run next door and buy rations before we can leave.
Let's do that, I think.
Ration run.
I assume if the two of them wish to go see the Oogie Boogie Man.
I mean,
we
my
could
magic
rest and-
shield that I learned did come quite in handy on our last little adventure.
And Conry, do you think it can hold until the morning?
Above table, Michael.
You're not sure, Conry?
Because we did
You,
already
yeah.
take that shift rest.
You did already
Oh,
technically take
yeah,
a shift
yeah.
rest, which would kind of mean your ability is lost for that. But just because you lose that enhanced ability to track doesn't mean that you couldn't still return to the site and see if you could still track just together as a group.
Pick up where the scent left off, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It really falls down, in my opinion, to Conry. If he feels we can spend the evening, then the coin is your cut of our business. So
I
You,
think we
Conry?
would. I think we would definitely need to be prepared if we're going to a orc camp. So let's make our preparations, and we'll head to where the scent left off, and see what we can manage with good old bushcrafting.
I am so looking forward to this.
I'm
Well,
gonna
a hand
buy a lot of
crossbow.
rations.
Yeah, did we buy rations? How many more did we
We should.
buy?
I think we're about to do
now.
that.
And just as
Yeah,
Belthus says, we're about to go buy some rations. The door of the Three Stags Inn kind of flies inwardly open, and on the other side you see this distraught and panicked, kind of plump-looking, cheerful-looking halfling. Cheerful, but in a it's like almost like he has permanent smile lines, as if he's like always happy, but you can tell like he's anxious and panicking at this moment. He looks kind of like this. I'll show you guys what he looks like, but imagine him being more panicked. This is what he looks like. Okay.
Oh,
No, you did not pay me on
Barry
Tuesday for a hamburger today.
right.
He comes like storming in, and he looks all around first. He's looking to the left, looks to the right, and then he spots you all, and his face goes, and like he points and he starts like trudging over to your table. He's like, Oh, I'm so glad I was able to find you all. I saw you enter the town just a little while ago. I've been robbed.
I didn't do it.
Oh no, I wasn't coming to blame you. I see that you all seem to be very, very well, let's just say equipped adventurers. And oh gosh, I'm so just like, let me calm down for just a moment.
I'm gonna slide my water towards him.
He takes it and he's pouring down the sides of his cheeks and like down his shirt. He looks.
You were giving halflings a very excitable name, sir. I'm gonna need you to sit down and give us a better name.
Hand him a napkin.
He takes a napkin and starts wiping his face. Oh, excuse me, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just in such a panic. I've got to keep the books steady, you know? I mean, we have me and Semolina, we have 9 mouths to feed, you know? We can't lose any of this our income. It's very important. And see, we've had several of our finest sacks of flour stolen from the mill. We use that to run our bakery.
Do you know who might have stolen it?
You kind of see him look around the room, and he leans up towards you, and he's like, I don't know, but I have my suspicions. And he looks over towards the mallard in the corner.
I'm sorry, to the mallard?
Yeah, to that shifty mallard that you guys were.
Geyer would get the sense, having hung out with Kausica for a while, that she has a big problem with the mere mention that now there's children that might go hungry as a result of this.
Always the ducks taking the bread.
And now that Mallard's in the mix, she's very cranky looking. And she just looks at Geyer. Like, slowly, like, can I kill the other dog?
Listen, I don't really have any proof, but I do know that, you know, he's just always up to no good.
Oh, you're familiar with him.
Oh, yes. I mean, Semolina and I, we've been in Outskirt since almost the beginning. I mean, we've tried to settle down here, you know, set new roots. Us and our 9 children have really enjoyed being here. And all of our pets, our cats, our goats, our donkeys, you name it. But without those sacks of flour, I mean, it could be a long time before we get any new shipments. Like, he's visibly shaking. Like, it looks like he's having a hard time accepting all this.
I'd like to use my insight heroic ability to make an awareness check to see whether or not I think he's telling us the truth or not.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, then that is a success.
Success. You absolutely believe him that he is distraught about his family and losing money. You believe him on every sense of that. The one part that you're struggling with is who he thinks stole it.
Okay.
He doesn't really have any, like, he doesn't really have any proof to back it up.
He's just pointing a random finger.
He's pointing a random finger at a town troublemaker.
Okay.
That's the vibe you get.
Geyer will sort of look over and quietly, but not too quietly. He's old. He really doesn't care if this guy hears him or not. I don't think he's being dishonest with us. But again, without any sort of proof, it's hard to go pointing a finger at someone.
Maybe we could track down some proof.
We only have this evening. We're due to leave again in the morning.
You're more than welcome to head over into the mill and the bakery area and check it out if you need to.
I was just gonna ask if we could come take a look.
If you agree to help us, we'll drop the prices on any of our baked goods.
Geyer's going to look over at Connery and Tanuma first. So it appears you two have plans this evening, correct?
I think so.
I have a date with a decrepit mummy-looking guy. Yeah.
Belthus,
He's
would
a
you be-
wise old mystic, Connery. We have a lot to learn from him.
He's a raisin.
Belthus, would you like to join
You're a furball.
Calcica? It appears we're going to explore a bakery and a mill.
A noble quest.
Family, save some children from starvation, catch the bad guy. Come
So would
on,
we just head out in the
Belfast.
morning all together, or would you guys do that overnight while we're doing midnight magic learning?
Midnight magic.
My thought was, while you two are doing that, we can go take a quick poke, see what we can find, and then we'll meet you out in that same wooded area that we met out the other day.
If we need you guys, we can always come get you before we get into anything too sticky.
That sounds
I mean,
good.
we're just looking around. I have to stop. Oh, it's all you, all right. I will pick up rations to keep in the cart for us.
Mm.
So no need for you all to go purchase it. I will deal with that with the store, with the shop directly.
The numeral would have been about to give Geyer like some of the gold coins back for this, but then would look kind of confused that he said he'll buy it again and just take her hand back.
Yoink.
Michael, could you put in the chat again what spells that guy has to teach?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it here.
I might have it in the notes too.
And then while they're poking
yeah,
around
here
in
we
the
go.
mill, I can look
See if
through
we
what
can-
I can do or not do.
I'm gonna put it in the Roll20 chat for you guys. Let's.
Beautiful.
It's not copying for some reason. Let me see if I can try it again. That's why. Figures. Let's try it again. Nope.
And Michael, while you're pulling
No.
that in, is there a limit to the number of rations this shop would be able to sell me?
I don't believe so. I'll double check. You're just like the general store, right?
Yeah.
Shop doesn't sell weapons, but most of them are listed in chapter. I would say no. Like as much as you're willing to spend, whatever you guys want to stock up for. Just remember your cart does have a limit on weight that it can carry.
Yep.
So-
So most the cart's basically empty now,
Mm-hmm.
other than a couple of items on it. And the weight on the rations were only a quarter.
Okay.
So my thought was to pick up 40 rations.
Okay.
Basically just buy a barrel worth of rations because it's only going to cost it's 1 silver each. So it
Uh-huh.
would basically cost 4 gold.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to buy a big barrel of ration, sure.
That's Geyer's thought. So
Big
Geyer-
barrel, I'd say it's like assorted, like dried meats and fruits and varying things that you would take with you. Yeah. I put the spells in the Roll20 chat for you guys.
Great, thank you.
Just keep in mind, as we're traveling, there are now rations added for everybody to the cart and donkey
Yeah.
thing.
Nice.
So we have to remember to subtract from that.
Group party rations. I like it.
So, not actually going to go after a spell. I'm going to go after his animism.
Okay.
No.
Let's find that.
'Cause I believe you said it was a 16. And to teach me to go higher by 1, it has to be at
Yeah,
least
but
15.
but I think it takes a week to do that though.
Um,
To learn a new. Isn't that part of the rules of
No.
that?
Well, yeah, if it's new, but it's not new to me. I already know animism.
You already know animism. You're just trying to increase it, right?
By 1, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can increase it by 1.
Yeah, it says
What
shift
what
of
page is
intense
that on?
training. 29 at the bottom under teacher.
29 under teacher. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, here we go. Teacher, intense training. 15 iron and seeds your own gives you an additional advancement roll to improve the skill in question. Make the roll immediately without waiting for the session end. However, a teacher can only raise your skill level by 1. After that, you must improve the skill through experience before you can get more help from a teacher. Okay, yeah.
That's still going to be 6 gold, right?
I think it was 3 gold. It was only 6 because I think it was 3 for each of you last time.
Oh, okay.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.
I'm good with 3.
3 gold coins per shift is what it says for Draneth. Yep. Okay. So, Numeral, is there anything in particular that you were going after this time? As you guys are going to spend this shift to learn from Draneth?
Yeah, I'm double checking what I can do because I think most of these are animism, which I don't have.
Okay.
But there are, I think what I don't have from the general one is protector.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think all the other ones are animism.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would do probably protector because that's the only other one I could learn here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you guys go back to visit with Draneth, and he welcomes you, and he's excited to see all of you after being gone for 4 days. And you can see, like, he really, like, wants to know about your travels and your journeys, and you guys have a little bit of small talk before he begins to kind of show you his ways once again. The other 3 of you guys are headed towards the mill. Okay. The mill is number 7 on your map. You'll see the giant windmill there. And as you guys...
We're going to take the cart down because our plan is to meet, unless we need them, to meet back at the little, like, forested area outside of town in the morning.
Okay, sure.
So that way we don't have to come all the way back up to the inn to get the carriage to bring the cart back out.
Gotcha, perfect. So, and as you see this, you can see this small windmill sails that rotate kind of slowly in the wind. The mill is connected to a log house, and inside there's like kind of like a fenced-in area, and you can see there's piglets, chickens, and like 9 toddlers, like running all over the yard, playing. Like, imagine like the little kid that's outside running around in just a diaper and like just chasing pigs around the front yard, and like the animals are just scattering away from the kids as they're trying to torment them. It's chaos at this place. They just run carefree all over the yard, and you get this almost irresistible scent of freshly baked bread that surrounds this whole place. I mean, it smells delicious.
Kalska's having a very hard time not jumping off the cart and running to chase animals with the kids. You can see her like full reverting to like a child because again it's a group of halflings as well. So she's kind of like, oh, they're me. She's a little like.
Don't pigs eat those things?
I didn't get eaten by a pig, now did I?
No, but you have skills. Those.
I was 2 at one point. A while ago. I used to be smaller. Somehow.
You got that right, Michael.
I got it, yep.
Kalska's cheering on one of the kids as it like catches like a chicken. Don't
That
hurt,
one's
don't,
going to
don't
go
hurt
up to
its wings.
the involved in the fisticuffs.
Yeah. Gotta be quick.
You do notice that there is a chicken over in the corner that just keeps continually running into the corner of the fence, then shakes its head, then runs into it again, and runs into it again.
It's that chicken from Moana.
It is. Yeah, it's a interesting combination of children and animals here at this place. You guys can see through the window of the house that's kind of attached where the scents of bread are coming out. There seems to be another female halfling kind of working inside with like a cat like propped up on her shoulders. Looks like she's got an apron on and she's covered in like kind of flour.
Do we see anything that looks like it was where a break-in would have happened? You know, broken window.
Did he come back with us? Is he showing us?
Yeah. He's kind of showing you in. Yeah, he welcomes you to his home and just opens the gate and lets you guys in. Feel free to look anywhere. Just any way you can help us. I just got to find that flower. And yeah, you guys are kind of free to look around. I think awareness is probably the only, like, because I don't think there's like an investigation type role. I think it's more, or let's do this. Let's do spot hidden.
That's a success for Geyer.
Geyer, success. Ooh,
Nope.
that's a high roll.
Far too distracted by all the chickens and the kids to...
Just remember, you guys can push if you choose to.
Not for this.
Not for this second.
Like, nope, I'm chasing the kids.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Kalsika has like a chicken and is going.
Yeah, all of a sudden Kalska's just like has a chicken and it's just like you guys
running
look
around the yard. The kids are like pointing, like laughing and chasing Kalsika around, and she's like running with this chicken in the yard. Belthus, you're standing there, and that chicken is like smacking into your leg now, and just going ping, ping. Geyer, you, as you're kind of like snooping around, you move your way kind of like to the back part of the house, and near one of the windows on the side of the not the mill part, but the house part where the bakery is, there are what look to be several small humanoid-esque footprints that lead out, and it looks like they hug the gate area for a little while, the palisade gates, and you can see there's this like fine line of what looks to be white fluffy powder that seems to be traveling with the footsteps. Your best guess is there's probably like a group of 4 to 6 individuals moving together.
And you said humanoid, so they don't look like Guy's gonna look down at his own webbed feet. They don't look to be mallard.
Don't look to be mallard to you, no.
Okay. And how far, like, Guy doesn't want to get too far away from the others, but if I start following this powder a little bit,
yeah,
does it seem to continue along, or?
Yeah, it continues on with the steps. How far do you want to go?
Let's say, I can move 10 meters in a turn, is it?
Yeah, but we're not like really in like an initiative kind of thing. So like,
no, but
you see, I'm gonna so like
out, how quick can you get back?
So like I'm gonna shift ping where you're at, where you found the footprints. So do you see where I'm shift pinging? They lead in this direction.
Oh yeah. So Guy
hey, thank you so much for the subscription. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
So, looking at the map, then Geyer will follow it up, following along here, no further than the gate.
Okay, before you get to the gate, you see there is what looks to be a spot in the palisade wall that has a small opening in it that like a small creature could kind of squeeze through. And it seems like it was just enough that maybe one person could squeeze out. But it's strange because that's where you see like a bigger pile of this white flour. And it looks like they were like squeezing it through this opening from what you can tell. And you can tell like some of the bags weren't able to like sustain it and may have ripped open and left a lot of flour here.
Okay.
But it looks like it leads out of town.
And Guy's just going to sort of peek through the hole a little bit. Do I see a trail of flour leading off on the other side?
You do.
Bollocks. I'll head back over to the house then with the others.
Okay. Yeah, you regroup, and it looks like Belthus is being like all the kids are surrounding him now, and they're like one of them's like climbed up to the top of Belthus and is like trying to hang on. Belthus is just holding on to one child by like the like a foot, and he's like giggling the whole time. Yeah.
Kafka still has the same chicken, and but has it now tucked under her arm and has scooped up another child and is just spinning in circles because the kid is giggling. The chicken is screaming, and it's funny.
Barryton, the little halfling, is like, yeah, they're quite playful.
Gary's gonna forward and look at him. You'll only ever get scrambled eggs from that chicken from now on. But anyway, it does not appear your town mallard is your thief. I found some small footprints out the back of your property, leading along the wall. Before I got to the gate, there was a small hole made in the wall, and the trail leads out of town, off into the distance.
Oh, there's a hole in the palisade.
Yes, it's small. It is small, though. Only someone of your size or smaller would be able to slip through it.
Kafka stops because she hears about something like a small space, and she goes, "Me?"
Barryton chuckles a little bit, and he kind of like rubs his rotund belly a little bit. And maybe at one point.
Yes, but certainly not someone who'll gesture at the large elf currently holding one of his children by hands. Certainly not him.
Well, yeah. Still, I need to talk to Captain Hardy about this. I'm sure he'll want to know about it if there's some kind of flaw or imperfection with the palisade protecting Outskirt.
Given that, as I mentioned, we are unfortunately departing in the morning, it seems we will not be able to locate this for you this evening. But in the instance that I saw my young friend's face earlier, a guy is going to go into his pocket and give him 5 silver.
Okay.
And say, I hope this will help you be able to pick something up, perhaps from the general store or one of the other merchants in town to get you through to your next shipment.
No, listen. He pushes the money back towards you. He's like, I am panicked, but if it takes waiting till morning for you to figure it out, then so be it. I just get a little uptight. You know, look at all these little mouths I have to feed.
I was going to look around again, a little uncomfortable with the anarchy.
Yeah. One kid's starting to play like a drum rhythm on Belthus' shoulder pad.
Learning a lot about Belthus with children in this episode.
Kalsa can probably see in Geyer's face that he is just waiting for Belthus to grab one of these kids and throw it through a window.
Kalska will walk over to Geyer and Barryton and just kind of... We're going out of town tomorrow, and we don't know how quickly we'll be back. So maybe we need Captain Hardy now, so he can look into who stole your flower. But Mr. Geyer, can you show me where the hole is? I want to see if it's truly, like, our size.
Yes, of course. And Geyer will lead Kalska over to it.
Sure.
I'll keep the children under control.
They all start swarming him. It's like a zombie movie when they all...
Yeah, actually, Belthus gets carried away. There's like a pig that starts like running, and then he just like, the pig runs like between his legs, and he falls onto the pig, and the pig starts like running around the yard with Belthus and the kids like all on top of him. Yeah, you take Kalsika to sea, and Kalsika, yeah, you could easily kind of squeeze your way through this. You can see the evidence of the flower there. You can see the tracks. I mean, it's easy once Geyer finds it, he's easily able to point it out to you.
I don't like someone messing with children's ability to be safe. I don't like that we have to go fight Marmalade, potentially, rather than stay here and just make this family feel safe again. But I think Captain Hardy can handle this, don't you, Mr. Geyer?
My concern is, what if it's goblins? Then it could be tied to the marmalade thing. All I can tell is that it's wearing small shoes. It could be one of his children. It could be his wife.
Oh, we didn't interrogate his wife. Do we have to interrogate people? Is that what we do now? I don't know.
I didn't want to accuse him or his wife or his family.
How many halflings are in this town? Is it common?
You've seen a few, yeah. I mean, it's primarily humans that you've seen, but like a sprinkle of all the others. Yeah.
And again, if we're going, we have the issue to deal with the group that is now following us because we're supposed to be getting some magical sword for them that we're not going to give them. We're going to give them the keys after we claim the item for ourselves, but we have to deal with that. At least we know that that group is not the one messing with this family.
Unless they're just jerks and they're messing with everybody.
They might be, but the only one we've seen has been the barkeep, and she's human-sized. She wouldn't fit through this. And we've seen the mallard, and these are not mallard feet. Of course, they may have other people, but we don't know who they are. I offered him coin to buy more flour from the general store.
Castle just hugs Guy around the middle really tight.
Not like that.
Squeezes tighter. You're a good duck, Mr. Geyer.
No, if you invest a little in, they're more likely to spend more with you.
She looks up at him very much how a child would look up at their parent from the height difference. And just go, not everything's about trade, Mr. Geyer. I know you're just being nice to a family. You don't have to always put it on in front of me. The others, fine, we can tell them it's always about that, but I know you're a big ol' softy sometimes. It's okay.
And the other is still present somewhere.
He's
And that's why he's riding
taken
off
down
the
by
pig,
children. For all we know that the children ate him, and we're gonna get back and just find his armor and be able to sell it. We should probably go check on him.
Oh my god. Did you realize that the magic-wielding one is going to blame me for that?
Then we just throw the armor on her and run?
I mean, if she decides to attack, we may have to, but
Yeah,
again, this is
fine.
assuming that he was eaten by halflings or pigs. He was fairly effective in that fight against that undead creature, though, so one would think he'd be able to slay a couple of 2-year-old halflings.
If he can't, we really need to check his qualifications, I think.
But you saw he was getting ready to whip that one he had by the foot. Like,
Just gonna, like... Which, honestly, we might have to try middle of a fight one day. If I can't get somewhere across the room fast enough, he might have to just throw me.
Toss me.
Just saying.
I don't like that idea. He might hurt you.
But it'd be really funny.
It really would be, but then if he hurts you, then I have to hurt him, and then the other one has to magic me, and then Connery has to...
Pick up all of the blood.
Yeah, I
Ouch.
don't know what Connery would do. Oh wait, no, he'd have to attack everybody, because as he told us during dinner, all life must live. I still don't understand what that's supposed to mean, but...
I don't know. Weird non-city folk. I don't know.
Let's go save Belthus.
Yeah, let's go see if they've eaten him yet. We get back.
Actually, while you guys are headed back towards Belthus, we're going to transition over to Connery and to Numeral as they are going forth with their training. Dranith takes a moment to take a break after some extensive work with you guys, and he looks at both of you and says, "Well, I did want to share a little bit of information that was tied to some of the other information that I shared with you last time you visited. I know we had a lot of talk about this legend in this individual, Azrael Koth, and those types of things that I shared with you last time. I've noticed recently over the last couple of nights that a mysterious woman has been sneaking around the temple area at night. I haven't been able to get a good look at her. It's always a dark silhouette in the distance, seemingly looking for something that she's lost. And then he ponders for a moment and then looks towards you. She seems to be speaking in some kind of ancient language to some other creature. I haven't been able to seem to see the creature, but it responds with a squeak, and then I hear flapping of wings.
Is this true, or are you just using this as an excuse to take a break, old man?
He ponders for a moment. He's, a little bit of both.
Okay, all right.
I was starting to get a little bit of a headache.
A squeak and a flap of wings. Like a rat with wings.
I didn't realize
almost as if there's a creature like that.
Is it a bat?
I've never seen a rat with wings. I have seen a bat before, yes.
Did she have blue hair and armor?
The bat or the woman?
The woman.
Okay, just make sure.
I haven't seen any bats with blue hair around. No, I haven't been able to get a good look. It's always been very late at night.
Did you notice any armor? Because that may have reflected in the moonlight.
My eyes are getting a little old, too. It's hard to see, at night. I don't know, it could.
Well, we'll keep our eye out. Maybe we'll pass her this evening when we leave you to meet up with our companions.
Seems like a good plan.
Connery kind of shrugs it off. I mean, it can't be that hard to find somebody with blue hair.
Well, I'm thinking it might be the woman that we saw in the tavern.
Could
who
be.
had blue hair. Perhaps.
It's possible. Shall we get back to work?
Yes.
Oh, please.
Okay. And at that, we go into montage mode once again. As you get,
Eye of the tiger.
She's a maniac.
Oh my god.
There you go.
We literally just had Calcica doing that, chasing chickens around a couple minutes ago.
Was that Sylvester Stallone at the top of the steps? Yeah.
But it's Belfast with two children by the ankles.
Two children by the ankles. That's right. So we taper back to the rest of the group. So they have a whole shift where they're going to be committing to this learning. So you guys got a lot of time. Even your investigation probably would only taken you like an hour probably at the mill. So it's up to you guys how you spend the other 5. Or if you just want to go back to the tavern and relax a little while, we can skip ahead to where you guys meet back up. I mean, what are you...
Eating montage.
Yeah, an eating montage. Yeah. What would you guys rather do?
We have to talk to Captain Hardy about what we found.
We should probably find him and then...
See if he wants us to keep an eye out on our way out of town, although we're starting out on the other side when we meet everybody tomorrow, right?
Right, and we're heading the other direction. From that hole I showed you, it's heading out, looks to be to the southeast-ish.
We're going, like, north.
We're heading northwest.
Actually, it's where it kind of came out, it looks like it's turning to the southwest, not southeast.
So it's going west.
Okay, so it's heading south now.
But not still where we're going, because we're heading
that's...
contact.
I mean, as we can talk to Captain Hardy and we'll go out the gate right here that's near us. And we'll just sort of follow the trail, follow the palisade wall around towards the forest we told the others we'd meet them at. Perhaps we'll see if the trail continues that direction or if it peters off somewhere.
Balthus, is there anything you wanted to do before we go flower hunting / heading to the woods?
I guess the only question is, do we need to go solve this flower problem before the wind scatters it? You know?
My concern is if we wander too far, what happens if we get into trouble without the other two? I mean, assuming that it is a small band of roving children, we should be okay. But if it's a den of goblins and there's 20 of them in there, that's...
Would be better to have better numbers on our side, for sure.
Yeah, I think we should just go talk to Captain Hardy and, like Mr. Geyer said, go out through the gate and then just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Maybe Captain Hardy will send a couple guys to go follow the flower tonight and we don't have to technically worry right now.
We can always see. Perhaps we'll have
Hardy
both
likes us.
speak to Captain Hardy as one soldier to another.
Yeah, we should let the strong soldierman talk to strong soldierman. I don't think he understands my rambling.
Sure, he could be certainly persuasive, but yeah, let's go see him.
Right, so you guys leave the mill and start heading back up to the kind of guard towers that you entered Outskirt through the south area here. You can see as you approach, Captain Hardy's actually out of the tower down below inside the palisade wall, and he is sparring with a wooden sword with another individual who looks to be pretty stout, a pretty muscular fella. Looks like he's wearing kind of just normal, common clothes. Looks like he's breaking a little bit of sweat and kind of trying to come at Captain Hardy, and Captain Hardy's like, good strike, overhand, now under. And it looks like he's giving him some coaching as they're kind of having a sparring match, and eventually, finally, he ends that match as you guys start to approach. And well done, Jury. Well done. You keep getting better each and every day. I'm proud of you. And he kind of hits his hand next to him. It's some of you, I don't know, Connery might have been the only one who saw him, but as you get closer, you realize it's the guy that had like the sharp teeth. He looked like maybe he had some orc in him. So you see that guy's kind of like working and training with Captain Hardy as you guys approach, and he looks at the metal-clad elf walking his way. It's like, oh, there you are, the merchant's bodyguard.
In the flesh.
How are you?
Well, I think my associates here have discovered a little security problem in your palisade wall.
Oh, that's impossible.
Well, hate to break it to you, but it seems that a thief has found a gap and is potentially using it to smuggle goods out of Fairtown.
Oh, that's awful. You need to show this to me right away so we can get this fixed.
I'll turn to the others. Where was that gap?
We turn right back around.
Oh, you guys walking your way towards it? Okay.
We should be able to get there nice and easy from the gate, right?
Oh, yeah. Basically, you're just walking right along the wall. It takes you just a few moments to get there. He kind of waves to Jory to come along to witness this, to be a part of it as well. You guys show him. He's like, oh, well, I'll be. Yep. Definitely goblins. They found a way in.
Would goblins specifically steal flour and not hurt anybody for it? I don't understand goblins that well.
Yeah, they'll steal just about anything. They might have gotten lucky and there wasn't anybody home at the time. There was somebody there, they might have hurt them, but this looks like I don't know, this looks targeted. They knew exactly what they were headed for and what they were getting, and then they made their way out.
But why would they target some... There isn't much money to be made in flour, is there?
I don't think goblins work that way.
Then why target them? You'd think one of the other merchants, more coin, I mean, actual goods they could use, meats, alcohol.
Strange. The goblins got a lot smarter when Maladuke came around.
They be going after the town's food supply?
Oh.
Or maybe they just have a sweet tooth.
Gosh, I haven't even thought of that. That would be awful.
Sounds like something we need to get ahead of.
Oh, we are planning on looking into that individual tomorrow with Conry's aid. So I think the guy's going to look over at the captain. As the captain, do you have any stores of things like grain or flour that you keep in reserves for the town?
I do not.
Well, no, I mean as the god themselves or the city itself.
Not really. We don't really have a guard. It's all like we're just a standard militia. I mean, these families have their own food at home, and we don't really. This is all volunteer work. We support one another here at Outskirt.
Well, you'll be mad at me for saying it. The rather rotund gentleman who owns the mill is nervous given the theft of his goods and his potential inability to make bread for people.
Barrington, he's always nervous. With him, the world's gonna fall apart at any moment. You'll get to know him.
We're going to be, as my friends mentioned, we're heading out in the morning to potentially track someone, but...
Who you tracking?
Guy's going to look at the other two. We're tracking a goblin.
Be careful. Like I said, they're getting smarter. It might know you're coming.
Guy's going to look at Balthus, a little out of his realm at this point. Perhaps we could sell them something.
Find a good fight.
Well, I'll get this fixed right away so we can deal with this problem.
Or perhaps station... I know you said it's all volunteer. Do you have enough volunteers to leave someone here?
Actually, I think I have... I think I got just the one who's ready. And he, like, taps this jury fellow on the shoulder. He, like, really? Well, if you think I can do it on my own, sure.
If you have someone watching as someone comes in, you can catch your thief red-handed. Or clawed, or taloned, or whatever it may be.
They both kind of shake their heads and confirm.
And then that will tell us one who actually stole from Mr. Berry thing. And we'll purchase us some time to track our individual and perhaps as a result of our own work that we're doing, perhaps aid the folks around here a little bit.
Oh, well, looks like we've got a good plan going forward. Whoever it is that adventure leads you, be careful.
That's what we have him for, and good Balthus.
Ah, yes. The armored elven bodyguard.
Captain Hardy?
Yeah.
If I might make a suggestion as someone who could reasonably fit through these holes.
Sure.
You might want to walk the entire palisade and make sure there's no other holes.
That's a great suggestion. I'll get working on that right away. And you see him kind of give you guys kind of like this just little bow of the head as he looks towards all of you, then looks at Jury and kind of gives him a tap on the shoulder. We need to trade that out. And he points to the wooden sword. And they start to walk back together towards the tower. Looks like they're going to get Jury a weapon that's worthy of standing guard for a while.
All in a day's work.
So, yep, you guys have reported the theft to Captain Hardy and got him working on the repairs for the wall, and have a plan going forward with just making sure that the wall is stable all the way around. Anything else that you guys would want to do while the training is taking place? Nope.
Gyro's all done.
All right. So would you guys head back to Three Stags to wait? Okay. You guys head on back to Three Stags. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and take our break right here for the night. And when we get back from our break, we'll kind of do some time skipping to when you guys are kind of back together. And then you guys can decide how you want to proceed from there. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. our party has returned to Outskirt to regroup, to replenish, to restock, and to discover some new mysteries. Apparently there was a recent theft. They've discovered possibly some goblins that came into town and ran off with some flour from the mill in the bakery area. So we're going to time skip a little bit. So basically you guys arrived early evening. I'm going to say after this shift of you guys training, it's probably like midnight now when you guys all regroup. I believe, Tenumeral, did you make a roll for your spell?
Yeah, I like to do those rolls with my real dice, so I did that with MG, and I rolled, because we're supposed to roll with a boon.
Yes.
So I rolled twice. One was a 17, one was a 10. So the 10 should be the one that works with the boon, right?
Right, yes. Mm-hmm.
So then that does work.
But wait, don't you have to roll, you have to exceed the roll for this, right? So it'd be your 17.
Yeah, the 17.
So then my 17 would be the one to use?
I think so, yeah.
With learning
Well, in
spell,
that case, it still works, because my number for int is 15.
Okay.
So whichever way you slice it, I guess.
Was that the
learning a
same?
spell wouldn't be under your int, because if you have higher int, it's easier to learn a spell.
Well, you're not going by your int, you're going by the secondary skill.
Well, let me see. Let's go back to magic. Where's our magic section at? Because I think it says learning spells in the magic section. Yeah, here we go. We always have this.
We can't use it apparently till the end of the game session.
Yeah,
anyway.
you don't like get it now. You'll have it for next session.
Which
The
is
easiest
good.
way to learn a spell is from a teacher who already knows it. The lesson takes one shift, but you cannot activate the new spell until the end of the game session. You must then use an advancement mark for the school to learn the new spell instead of trying to increase your skill level in the school. You make a roll against int with a boon. On a success, you learn the spell. So yeah, you would take the lower number, which would be the 10.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what happens is you're going to use one of your advancement marks. So basically you can put on your character sheet somewhere that you are -1 advancement mark for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the 10 roll is going to work for you, right?
Yeah, it should work because I'm 15. In.
So you will learn the spell, but you won't be able to use it until the next session.
And how much gold did that cost again, so I can deduct it?
3 gold. He charges 3 for those. And it looks like Connery moved up in his animism as well. So you...
No, that second roll was just me trying to get a demon or a dragon, since I forgot to roll with a boon.
Yeah. You did get it off your first roll though, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the skills work differently than learning like specific spells. They each have different rules. So yeah, but you got it. You guys both got it. Success. And you guys regroup with the rest of your party who are back at the Three Stags Inn, or did you guys decide to go back out to like where your camping area was? Did you guys decide to meet there, or did you guys decide to meet at the Three Stags? I couldn't remember.
Probably
meet
meet
outside
at
in the
Three
forest.
Stags.
Three
Outside
Stags?
Gyre had intended to meet out in the forest. I thought.
Well,
We had said we would meet you guys at the little woodsy spot. Where
Your
we
little
met
camp,
last time.
your little camp area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We can kind of we'll kind of revisit you guys as Tenumeral and Connery reapproach the campsite where you guys are already kind of calmed down and established, out of your armor and just getting ready for a night's rest. So
Would we have noticed that woman who was supposed to be lurking around? Now, is the temple like by where the mystic guy's training?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
So would we have noticed her at all on our way back to the camp?
Sure. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. When you're leaving Dranoth, what do you want to do? Do you want to? How do you want to approach this?
Connery would probably be eager enough to try to head back to the rendezvous point.
Okay.
I would probably be keeping my eyes out to see if I
Okay.
could see.
you're looking around. You don't see or you don't notice anybody. There's always the option of finding a place to hang out for a while, but looks like Connery wants to get back. It's up to you. If you want
No, I wouldn't want to stake it out. More so just
Okay.
like in passing, like poking around to see if she happens to be there, and if not, keep going.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything right now.
All right.
All right.
Back
So
to
you,
camp
yeah,
then.
yeah, back to camp. You guys make your way back, where you guys have met up with the rest of the group. Seem to be enjoying some time of relaxation.
Looking up at the sky the entire time while walking up on the rest of the group.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some glimmering stars through the mist, but like I
I'm
said,
looking
it's,
for a blue-haired bat.
you look and no blue-haired bat ever comes, Connery.
Oh, look, 5 gold.
There it is. Yes. Somebody must have dropped it. So, you guys can take a rest. You guys can have a moment to chat. What do you guys want to do?
I think we're all pretty much still well rested, right?
Kalsuga would pass whatever we were like snacking on around the campfire over to Connery and to Numeral as they approach. Before we bed down, just
Okay.
I'd also fill them in on the situation
fantasy
with
s'mores.
traveling.
I
Oh, yeah,
fancy
yeah.
s'mores.
Some s'mores.
And as Balthus tells them about.
The gap in the
We got some
tent.
to-go plates from the inn and brought them with us, so we didn't have to bring out field rations.
Like it.
Yeah. We're not going into our rations. We got to go s'mores. Supplies from the inn.
I would notice that Beltus's armor is all kind of like unaligned and stuff from the kids jumping all around him.
Right.
You guys look like you got in a pretty hefty battle. What happened?
There
Brutal.
were 9 of them.
There were 9?
Outnumbered and outclassed.
They had trained mounts that ate anything you put in front of them.
And then ones with sharp little peck points too that just take your eyeballs out. It was bad.
Wow. We hung out with an old man.
He said that there's been a woman sort of lurking about the temple and speaking to a squeaking creature that then flies away.
Like a rat?
With
Perhaps,
wings,
yeah.
right?
The small squeaking creatures.
That fly.
Weren't those some of those pointy little creatures we were just involved with? Don't they squeak?
The bat.
No, the small four-limbed ones. You know, the one that Beltus had to swing around by its hind quarter.
Oh, the halfling children.
Yes, they squeak, right?
When you tickle them.
Hey, thanks so much for the raid. We appreciate it, guys.
Oh,
Welcome.
Welcome, Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think Janeth would have been overly concerned about a woman talking to halflings. So,
But,
I'm more inclined to think it's a creepy big bat.
and you said blue hair.
No, I was wondering if it was the blue-haired woman we saw in the tavern, but he wasn't sure. He didn't get a good look at descriptives. Unfortunately, I don't think his eyes work so well at this point in his life.
There are many of us who are up in ages that we find ways to keep our eyes working.
Hey, thank you for
You're
the
beating
follow.
around the
We
bush.
appreciate
Just
that.
call him old.
I am not old. I am getting older. Sounds
Cat's
better,
gives him
doesn't
a
it?
s'more.
Might take a little longer.
Hey,
Cosfish
thank you for the
passed
follow.
tires.
We appreciate it, guys. So it's up to you guys. Like technically, you guys were right. You guys are pretty much well rested. If you'd like to start traveling at night, you can, but that's totally your option. Or if you want to get a good shift rest to sleep and then head out with first light, you could also do that.
I'm up to head out if anyone else wants to.
Stroll under the stars sounds.
Yeah, I'll be
Big
honest with Connery having that Wolfkin presence, still doing the whole whining thing and looking out eagerly into the distance, like let's go.
Oh, somebody put a leash on him. I suppose we're leaving now then.
Hey, Connery, do you want to go for a walk? He just runs.
Ira is now actively chasing his 2 dogs who heard Kalska start to say that. Now they're flipping out.
Kalska probably just climbs on top of Lucy and just rides Lucy for a while. Because she can.
Very cool. So you guys are kind of packing up and getting ready for your journey now? Okay. Yeah, you guys pack up the cart, get everything ready to go. The dogs are excited. They're ready to start traveling. Connery's as excited or more so excited than the dogs.
Tail wagging.
Tail wagging, ready to go. So I guess the question is, what direction are you going? What path do you want to follow? What would you guys like to do?
Oh, what direction would you say the scent wore off in?
Well, the way it would work is you would have to, like, it's not like a GPS ping type thing, right? Like, what does your ability say? Can you read your ability for me?
Let me take a look real quick.
This way everybody else can hear it too, so we're...
I don't know why it's having issues. All right, Wolfgang. You can use this ability to designate a creature in sight or a creature you can catch the scent of as your prey. This counts as an action in combat. You can follow the scent of your prey for a full day. You can spend 1 further willpower to gain a boon for an attack against your prey. So it doesn't really say like a distance for the mechanic.
Okay, here's what I'd probably say for that. I'd probably have to say for you at least have to get like close or nearby, like where it was that you last like saw the target,
And then just follow the scent.
Just follow the scent.
trail.
Basically, it makes it so that you don't have to like actively track it. Like you just know which direction to go, so you wouldn't have to make any rolls whatsoever. Once you found the scent,
basically turn
you
into
just know.
Toucan Sam.
Basically, yes.
No. Follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
And knowing that, I assume we'd be heading right back towards Riddermound then. Riddermound. Whatever it's called.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys start heading your way back towards Riddermound. Just to kind of like speed the travel up a little bit for this, I'm not going to ask for you guys like camping rules or anything on this. As you guys make your way, it takes 2 days pretty much to get to Riddermound. And the travel is pretty much like it was before. It's long, but rather uneventful. And you approach Riddermound once again. I'm going to move you guys back to the main map so you guys can see kind of like where you're headed.
Yay.
So you guys are at the location where you last left Riddermound there. I'll put the map on so everybody else can see on Twitch land there. And that's where you guys currently are. Unfortunately, as you arrive, Connery, the first thing that you notice is the scent is gone. Your ability was unable to sustain it for that long.
Come on, Connery, point him out. Which way?
That would be a failed roll for bushcraft.
Okay.
I predicted as such with a 7 in bushcraft.
Yeah. So Connery, Geyer asks you for a direction. Point him out. Well, how do you respond?
Right.
Oh
So-
no.
So Connery's tail still wagging, trying, being excited to try to reunite with Grub. Looking around, trying to look for feet print or anything, but obviously having no luck whatsoever, but still frantically looking for any sign of Grub.
Yeah. Connery doesn't really
Can I-
respond to you, Geyer. It looks like he's just diligently like sniffing the air, then looking around at the ground. He'll go to one area over by where you guys last saw Grub, and then he'll sniff a little bit more, and then he'll go to another area. It looks like he's kind of zigzagging across the area of the standing stones along the hill where you guys had entered Riddermound.
So, being that I have a couple of dogs with me, do I have a pretty good idea that he's not really finding much?
You're not 100% sure, but yeah, after a little while, and he doesn't respond to you, and he just looks like he's in complete focus.
Geyer's gonna sort of get up and bring my 2 dogs along with me to where we last saw him, and I'm gonna start looking to see if I can see anything.
All right,
See if River or Lucy picks it.
you can roll bushcraft as well.
Okay. Any chance I can get a boon for the dogs trying to help out?
I'm going to say no, because at the beginning of the campaign, I said the dogs would not give you a mechanical benefit.
That is true. I do remember that. Thank you. Worth a shot, though.
And he rolls a
That's
dragon.
one.
That's a 1.
I'm gonna put my mark on bushcraft.
Whoa.
So Connery's on the complete opposite side of the hill. You go to the other side, and there's a goblin track right there. And the dogs kind of like come up and they sniff and they sniff, and they like, one of them does the pointer dog thing towards like the foliage to the outside, and you can see that the goblin path leads right in that direction.
I was just gonna look over towards Kalska and Belthus and Tenumeral, and just sort of gesture a little bit over to where he is, and let Connery still do his own thing for a couple of moments.
Trying to
Connor's
like
just
subtly make him
thinking.
come this way so he finds it. Is that what you're doing?
It's sort of. If we're all over here, maybe, you know.
Connor's just still excitedly looking in the tall grass for tracks, all in the wrong way. Still excited.
Worth a shot. But Connery, I think we found something over here.
Head pops up from the grass. Scurries over. This is exactly what I was looking for. Let's
Hopefully-
go.
What's the animal that Timon is in The Lion King?
A meerkat.
A meerkat. The meerkat.
Yeah,
Like, pop, his head
That's
pops
exactly
up.
what I thought about too, and that's why I almost lost my tea all over my
Exactly.
keyboard.
Right. Just pop up.
That's so cool. Yeah, so Geyer like calls you over and points out these goblin tracks that are
It's
clearly
exactly what I was looking for.
they're leading into a southwestern direction from where you guys
All
are.
right.
Apparently heading southwest, same as the other ones were out of town. Maybe this is tied to the flower thief.
Oh, if it is, I'm gonna stab so many goblins.
Yeah.
Messing with halflings.
Connery, do you think you
You-
can follow it?
Do you think Grub was getting his grub on?
I will
I
make
hope not,
Grub
'cause if
regret
he was,
getting
we'll
his
have to
grub
kill him.
on if he did.
Such violence.
He stole food
About
from
this, are
2-year-old.
you ready for a good battle?
Oh yeah. Bring these goblins to
And-
justice.
And let's follow this trail and let's figure out what's going on. to marmalade.
Everybody looks at each other to marmalade.
They'll just nod like this is totally his name, and so if he does a big, thing later, we're all just gonna laugh at him. It's great.
Okay.
Geyer, though, knowing that Connery had a little trouble noticing the tracks, as Connery's leading, Geyer's actually going to be walking up with him.
Okay.
Just keeping his eyes open, making sure that Connery doesn't sort of wander off the trail.
Okay. You got it.
I'm going for a walk.
So now that the trail is pointed out, you can see that this trail is easy to follow. It looks like you definitely found Grub's path because Grub was moving quickly and not trying to hide his footsteps and not trying to stop anybody or preventing anybody from following him whatsoever. You guys follow the tracks for what seems to be probably it's another day. So you follow him for like another day, and you're probably about here on the map when that occurs. Okay. Interesting thing about that happens towards the evening of this day is you see Grub's tracks lead for a while. Then it's almost as if another set of tracks kind of meets up with Grub's. This one has a line of white powder that goes with it.
Henry goes down to sniff the white powder to try to identify it.
It's flour.
Yeah, but maybe Peruvian.
And he comes up and his nose is covered in white powder.
That's right.
It's flour.
Connery and Geyer, you can both make bushcraft rolls for me, please.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to get that lucky again. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Let's see what Connery gets. Oh, boy.
Definitely nope.
Okay. Yep. Tracks, white powder.
Okay, so the white powder's probably easy to follow, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this whole trail's been pretty easy to follow the whole time, but now it's even easier.
All right.
How much of this white powder is on the ground? Like, is there enough for us to be collecting it?
No, not that much.
Okay.
Onward, huh?
No. I look over at the rest of the group with the powder still all over my snout. You guys ready? What?
Right.
What? What?
Connery,
What is it? What?
you made a mess.
Let's do this. Super excited. Tail still wagging. Doesn't look good.
Connery and Geyer, are you guys still leading the way?
Yep.
As you move forward, probably another 15 to 20 minutes. It's starting to get dark. You're in a wooded area. You hear what sounds like laughter ahead of you first, before you see what seems to be the smallest flicker of orange firelight reflecting off of trees and foliage ahead of you.
Casca tugs on Geyer's shirt.
Yes.
Do you want me to go look? I'm the quietest.
Yes, but I don't like the idea of you being up there alone.
Pretty sure you'll know if they see me, and you guys can get there fairly quickly. Belthus moves pretty quick.
Michael,
Mm-hmm.
if it's all right with you, I would like to roll for beast lore when trying to identify an animal or monster or its known habits, abilities, or weaknesses. So I want to see if setting up camp and whatnot in this kind of habitat is goblin.
Sure. goblins are known to set up some camps. I mean, there's a lot of like creatures and like monster type NPC kind of relatively things that will set up camp. So it's not unheard of.
All right.
I won't get too close, Mr. Geyer. It'll be fine. We can't send Belthus.
I mean, you could, but you'll get a different outcome.
You're muted, Matt.
I suppose fine if you'll be careful.
I will.
Still don't
I
like
mean,
it.
Belthus can run fast, and Tinny can just shoot them from all the way back here. It'll be fine.
Shall I accompany her?
She's doing that.
I'll just go forward a little bit, Connery, and then if you're like the halfway point between me and everybody else, so you can let everybody know.
Okay.
And I would like to sneak forward towards this camp, kind of like going like a wide, not like a super wide berth, but like sticking, like crouching super low, sticking to whatever vegetation and everything I can to hide myself as best I can, which I am very good at.
Okay, go ahead, make your sneaking roll, your stealth.
I'm gonna try rolling it on. I'm gonna regret it because I'm gonna roll it on roll 20, and then it's gonna give me a bad roll, and I'm gonna get mad at using online dice again.
Don't forget, if you fail, you can also push your roll by taking a condition.
Yeah.
But let's worry about that if the time comes.
Angry.
That's a 2 from compared to my 15.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're sneaking up on this laughter, this glimmer of what seems to be some sort of campfire. And you sneak a little bit closer, and you start to hear these voices more clearly, and you start to push some of the foliage and shrubbery out of the way. And it reveals to you what does look like a very crude set-up campsite with a small fire in the center. And you can see sitting on some logs around the fire, you see 5 small figures. They look like goblins sitting around. One of them has a burlap sack sitting there and is digging out these loaves of bread and like tossing them to the others, and the others are looking at this bread with pure joy and glee as their eyes like brighten up, and they're ripping some of the bread apart and just oh, this is so good.
Savage.
And you can see there's a crude tent set up, but most of them have just like pieces of leather like unrolled out on the ground, no pillows or anything like that. It just looks like a little place to sleep or just lay down, like a little blanket or something. And beside this like crude tent, there's these burlap kind of stacks, and it clearly looks like one of them is open and like leaking a white powder out of the side. And then you hear them like, now don't eat all of it. Maladuca is expecting some of that back in return. Oh, she won't miss this. Just one more piece of the pumpkin bread. And they start like, they're just like eating this bag of...
I see grub in this group.
Make an awareness roll.
Okay.
Because it is nighttime, it's dark.
Yeah.
You can't see them because of the fire around, but let's see how well you can...
Very nice.
None of them look like Grub. Grub was very frail.
And yeah,
These look a little bit bigger.
keeping my promise to Mr. Geyer, even though I don't want to, I'm going to go back to my friends very quietly
Okay.
and tell them that there's the goblins over there. I don't see grub, but there's definitely flour. They're talking about marmalade, and I think we should just either kill them all or capture them all and make them take us to marmalade tomorrow. I'm good for killing 4 out of 5 and keeping 1.
That could definitely work. That will also get us the flour back.
Yeah, I'm really pissed about the flour. They just have it in stacks, and they're eating all the bread, and they're not even going to bring it back to the entire group at Marmalades. They're eating all the good loaves for themselves. They're being selfish little jerks, and I don't like them.
How far away are they?
A few 100 feet ahead.
Connery's gonna. Connery, bloody hell.
You looked at Connery as you started to talk, didn't you?
Yeah. Guyer's gonna look at Balthus. How quiet do you think you can be?
Realistically, or in my heart?
Well, the question is, are we trying to sneak up, or are we just sprinting?
A couple of us could sneak and start the problem, and then the rest of you could sprint.
I could even distract them, go in and challenge them. Well, the rest of you lay in ambush if you want.
Or do I take the carriage in as a potential merchant?
Work.
Goblins responding to a merchant.
Yeah, I don't know how well they'll do for that, Mr. Geyer.
You have a valid point. I mean, they did try to rob us when we came into the Misty Vale.
But we could use that to our advantage. What if we do send Geyer as a merchant, and once things turn sour, he runs back to us as an ambush?
Or you could just lie in the back of the
cart.
cart while I
Hide in
throw
the cart.
stuff on top of you,
Jump
and you
out.
can jump out.
Jump out. Yeah.
There we go. If it's a covered cart, yeah.
Well, it's not covered, but I can cover you with. We all have bedrolls.
Absolutely. I could be a bedroll caterpillar and just jump out.
Now, I want to remind you guys that this cart isn't very big, so only probably 2 of you would be able to fit in the back of this.
Oh, maybe Belthus
Like if you
should
were
go
laying
in the
down.
cart then, and I'll sneak
Mm.
around.
Let's do Beltus and Tenumeral in the cart, and since me and you have higher sneaking, we just sneaky.
Brilliant.
Tinny, are you okay with this?
All right, I'm getting in the cart as we speak. I'm like finding my way in among the.
I'm cushioning him with all of the bedrolls so he doesn't clink clank.
Okay.
Cozy.
It probably looks a lot like a pillow fight when Casca's trying to help cover Belthus because he's so big, and she's like, "Stay down."
All you guys can smell in the cart is beef jerky from the giant load of rations you guys picked up in Outskirt.
That's dog, because the
Yeah.
dogs are always in the cart.
That's it. Oh, by the way, each of you, it's been 3 days travel, so that's 3 rations for each of you.
Okay,
So
so
if you want
9, 12, that's
Nibbling on
15
some
rations.
to...
You should have never mentioned
Girl might
40.
take
Now he's going to
these
take
while we're
chunks.
laying here.
No, that's
munching on some while you're sneaking up on these guys.
that's 15 gone. So we got 25 rations left.
All right, so Kalsika and Connery, you guys want to try to sneak up a little bit and get in a position first? Is that what you guys want to do? Okay, go ahead and make sneaking rolls first as you guys put this together.
Yay. Yay. Wait, no. Boo.
Would you like to push that roll, Connery?
Let me see what I got. Yeah, I'm going to push her.
All right. Oh no!
Yay.
Save a number.
Another failure.
So
snap.
what condition did you take?
I am going to take sickly. So
It sickens you that you can't.
It's all that white powder you were.
Yeah.
man.
All right. So, why don't we do this as well? I'd like for Tenumeral and Belthus. I want you both to make sneaking rolls, but I'm going to give you a boon on your roll.
Okay, that would even me out because I normally have a Bane. So
Okay, so you're just making a standard roll. Okay, I just want to make sure, see how well hidden you are within the cart.
oh no.
Ooh. So Belthus's leg is like hanging over the edge of the cart.
Too tall.
So Numeral fits in there just fine. She's covered up.
Yeah, mine's a 12, so I'm in the clear.
All right, excellent. So Geyer, as you're getting the donkey going forward, like you run over a couple like smaller fallen trees that seem to be next to the road, and you can hear like the clanking of the metal in the back of Belthus. You're like, even when he's not walking, he makes noise. He's
Loudly on jerky.
He's just a pile of metal in the back. It's clanging together. You hear him like make a grunt noise because it's like as you're like jostling him back and forth, like the metal's like smacking up against the inside wall of the cart and stuff.
Once they start getting close enough, like once I'm within probably about enough that they could hear me coming at this point. Like I'm fairly confident they can hear the donkey, they can hear the cart. Just like going, over there, I think I can see camp light. There's someone up ahead.
Okay, do me a favor. I want you to make an awareness roll for me, Geyer. And actually, Kalsika and Conry, you can also make this awareness roll. I'm going to say because Belthus and Tenumeral are hidden in the cart, they would not be able to see this happening.
Okay. That's a success for me.
All right. Looks like just missed for Conry. And Kalsika notices this. As they notice or hear the sound and you call out, two of those figures that you guys can see, like immediately grab their weapons that were from beside it and drop bread and kind of run to the outside edges of this clearing and kind of disappear into the foliage. Kalsika, one like runs into the foliage not far away from you.
Can I grab that? Can I go for that one?
If you'd like to immediately right now, we'll just go ahead and pull initiative and go.
She's pissed. She's gonna. Yeah, they're trying to get away and maybe go alert people.
I had a whole plan.
And here's what I'm gonna do. If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull initiative, and I'm going to say that because you succeeded on your sneaking roll, I'm going to say that the goblins are going to have the lowest initiative. So whatever card they roll or pull, I'm going to put them down at the bottom of the order for the first round. So you guys, because of your sneaking roll and you're getting the jump on them, you guys get the jump on them. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys over to a different map and we're going to place our tokens.
Boy. Sorry, Kalska's a little cranky about people making children hungry.
Man, I had a whole thing. I was going to lie to him, tell him I was sent here to trade with Marvin.
So I'm going to put you guys on where you are currently when this occurs. Are you able to see on there, Geyer?
Yep.
Okay. Now, how about Belthus? Can you see as well?
Yes, I can see.
To Numeral, I've got you out there now. I'm going to put Conry up on here too. Now, Conry and Kalsika, I'm putting you where you guys would be on the map. And I'm placing these other figures. So I'm going to shift ping Kalsika and Conry so you guys can see where you're at down here. Are you guys able to see that on the map?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest, you guys are in like the donkey cart over here as this takes place. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all of you and put a turn order up here. And let's go ahead and we'll... Oh, it's not letting me add a turn there. Grab you guys over here. We'll add turns for you guys. We're just going to add one goblin turn, because they'll all go on the same turn. We'll add turns here. Excellent. We'll shuffle our initiative cards. We'll deal cards in turn order items. Perfect. And I'll put them in wrong order. Excellent. I'm gonna say for this, I'll just run it like this. But I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna put the goblins at an 11. Because you guys got the jump on them. Okay. So, to numeral. Let me go ahead and change the music. Something a little bit more appropriate. Let's go to this one. As it seems things are happening. To numeral, you heard Geyer just call out to that, and with your keen senses, you're able to pick up on some rustling sounds and some movement, and even like the clanging of what seems to be some kind of metal weapons from up ahead. You're still kind of hidden under this bedroll and laying prone in the back of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you would do at this point?
I think I would like tap Pelthus and tell him I don't think this is going according to plan. Should we get up?
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, so it might just like pop up in
Okay.
the car.
Sure.
So like pull whatever sheet was covering us like off, and
Okay.
maybe kind of like poke my head out and try to figure out what's going on.
You can see that there are 3 goblins ahead. They look like they're dropping half loaves of eaten bread, and they're getting what looks to be short bows out and getting ready to knock arrows on the bows.
Ah, I see.
Looking in Geyer's direction.
And Geyer's sitting there like this, mid talking to them.
Okay. I'm curious to try to like levitate a goblin because I haven't tried to levitate an enemy yet, and I just kind of want to like see how it goes.
Hey, let's do it.
All right, let me pull up. What's the distance on that again? I want to say 10, but let me double check.
Let's see if I can...
6.
Oh no, the range is 6. So would I even be in range from where I am?
No, but you could basically pop out of the cart and use your movement to get within 3. You got to get within 3 squares of one of them.
Okay.
So you could get to, if you got to here.
Where I am. Oh, okay. The turn order thing was like blocking where my token was.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should be able to move that around.
Okay, I just moved it.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, if you get within 3 squares, like if you move up to here, you could get to this guy, but then again, you're exposing yourself to everybody else. And they might not necessarily know that you're there.
So maybe I'll do that thing that I used to do where I would chuck my knife and try to hit someone.
Okay.
I could probably do that from this.
Yeah, you could hit the guy in the front.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I hit. Really?
Oh
no.
I never succeed, and my knives are high. I should succeed.
Hey, just to make this more exciting.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
I want to look at the fumbles rules on this again. What do you guys remember what page those are on?
No.
It would be ranged attacks. Out of curiosity, I just want to see what's on it. Okay, roll demon roll in range combat. Let me go ahead and let's have you do it. Tanum roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
No. Oh no.
Oh.
You throw the weapon, and
Do I lose it?
it hits the rocks around the fire, and the blade breaks. And your weapon is broken upon the ground. It can be repaired. But any use of this weapon from now on gets a bane until it is repaired.
I used to be better at this, she would say.
Iris,
But you can also...
glancing over his shoulder at the crazy person who just chucked a knife.
Yeah,
beside
went right
his
over. You do get to put an advancement mark next to your weapon, your knives, because you rolled a demon.
14, so now it might be at 15, and I still have never hit anybody with it. That's crazy.
What's crazy is the
That's
time you
awesome,
use
though.
it to melee attack, you crit. And then the other times you try to throw it and you miss every time. All right. Unless you want to move, I would say that's the end of Tenumeral's turn.
The numeral may just sit in the cart with her head in her hands, just dejected at what happened to her beautiful, crafted clan blade here.
Mm-hmm. This is a very important family heirloom for Tenumeral as well. And at this exact same moment, Kalsika, what were you going to do?
To run to the goblin closest to me.
Oh yeah, you're jumping through foliage, jumping over logs.
And
it sees you right at the last minute coming at it.
Stab him.
All right, go for it.
And I will be using my backstabbing ability, so I'll be using my my willpower points to, if I succeed on the attack, well, I get a boon to the roll, and then I increase my damage dice if I succeed.
Excellent, go for
So
it.
I get to roll 2d20, take the lower. So either way, I'm fine.
Yeah, those both would have hit. Absolutely.
And so then it's 2d8. Then so 9 damage.
9 points of damage. You can see that he is badly injured. When you stab him, he stumbles back a little bit, drops his short bow. You can see that he was wearing a little bit of armor that kind of protected him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And I just look at him and I say, "You shouldn't steal from halflings."
Excellent. That will bring us to Connery.
It would help if I unmuted it. You said one of these were pulling out a short bow and notching it, looking at Geyer. Which one? Could you ping that?
All 3 of those guys around the fire are.
All 3 of them. And
All three of these guys.
the fragmentedly shattered dagger, where is that?
It's laying right about here next to the big rock in the front of the fire. Yep.
All right, and each one of your squares is going to be 2 meters?
2 meters, yep. That's correct.
All right, so Connery, seeing Geyer quickly becoming a target, is going to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 over here.
Ooh, rushing up. Yep.
We are going to do an opposed roll between you and your enemy's skill level in the weapons that we are using. So I am using a staff. So here's the roll.
Oh, that's going to be really hard to beat. Does not beat it.
All right. So that is a disarm. So I
Oh yeah,
knock the short bow straight out of his hand to keep Geyer safe.
it goes flying.
Oh, gotta roll a d6 to see how far it goes. Let's see. 5 meters.
5 meters.
Nice.
Let's say it lands near the fire, near the shattered dagger.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We'll just start a pile of weapons.
Start right next to the fire. There you go. That ends Connery's turn.
Yep, that'll do it.
Belthus.
Alrighty,
You just saw Tenumeral get up and just whip the knife towards the camp.
Tenumeral, did you get one?
You didn't see?
No, I haven't gone up yet.
I hit the rocks by the fire and it broke my blade.
Oh, we'll have to get it repaired. My turn. I'm gonna hop out of the cart. I don't think I can reach any of these on my own. So gripping the fiend, what is it? The fiend crusher. I'm gonna dash. Yeah,
Okay.
gripping the fiend crusher. I'm gonna dash.
Wait,
Basically, leap.
You can't reach that first guy?
I think my movement is only 12 meters.
So that's 6 squares. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get in melee.
Yeah, just a little short
Yep.
of it. So I'm just gonna dash and charge in to
Use
get
your
up
action to
next
dash.
to this
Oh, yeah.
one here.
Yeah, go for it.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Menacing him with my...
And as
Face.
you're stepping forward, you can see the glimmer of the broken blade that Tenumeral was talking about next to a goblin shortbow by the fire.
End turn.
All right. Geyer, what would you like to do? Looks like your whole party is rushing in.
All Tenumeral can hear is Geyer cursing under his breath about how these idiots are ruining every plan he had set up for this. And then just sort of looks and is still moving the whole cart forward towards them.
Okay.
Is going to start calling out to Belthus, no, wrong one! We're supposed to be trading with Marmaduke! Stop the other guy!
Oh!
And I'm going to basically try to BS these goblins into thinking that we're here to trade. And that my compatriot is just confused.
Okay.
As basically I'm just moving the cart closer in, so I'm assuming Tenumeral's just coming along for the ride.
Yeah, Tenumeral will be coming along too. Yeah.
Yeah,
make-
she's just sitting in this cart, like, lost. She's about as annoyed as Geyer because her blade broke.
Make a bluffing roll for me, Geyer.
That's a success.
All right.
Oh.
The goblins all kind of like, I mean, they can see like this armored guy is like rushing towards them with a massive hammer, and they can see Tenumeral like standing, like looming over the back of your shoulder after just whipping this blade towards them. Connery came out and just knocked the short bow, so they're all just kind of like looking in panic. The one over by Kalsika is just holding its hand over its wound with like blood pouring all over it.
I don't think they can see him.
Yeah. They're all just like looking around at each other in like trying to take in what you said about trading. We'll see how they respond. And one of them kind of looks up at you and is like, trade Maladuke. And then they all just kind of like, they're all looking at, they're not really sure what is going on. And points towards your big armored friend and the other people in the party and is like, tell them to stand down! Stand down! Looks like they're just getting like super defensive.
As Geyer had called out to Belthus to go after the other one, he's not going to do anything towards Connery, but he's going to look at Belthus. Help them! We're not here to fight!
I guess I would turn my attention toward Connery then, if that's the game we're playing here. As if, as if I would try to like stop him.
I guess kind of have my...
It looks like the goblins
Staff
have bought
loaded.
Geyer's bluff for right now. At least the ones out in the clearing.
Fiend Crusher away.
You put the Fiend Crusher away? Okay. I'll take us out of combat for a moment.
Geyer doesn't know where Calcica is at the moment or what she's doing.
I would like to apologize to the goblin and say, I am so sorry. I completely jumped the gun on that. Let me get that for you. And I'm going to walk over to the short bow and accidentally step on it and break it in half.
The goblin just goes,
Oh, I'm so clumsy. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
just glares at you.
Here's a
I
rock.
will.
Calcica, in the forest there, the one goblin is like holding the wound and just he doesn't have his short bow in his hand anymore. She goes, please, no, don't hurt me anymore. Don't hurt me.
Put your hand over its mouth.
Yeah. It's like holding its wound.
Where were you running to, little goblin?
I was just it's our tactics.
Explain them to me.
Well, if somebody sneaks up on us, then we have two runners that go to the side, and if anything goes south, we catch them by surprise.
Runners
We should
that
do that,
immediately
too.
pull weapons.
Do I look like a lethal weapon?
You had one in your hand, which I took as a threat to my friends, which I didn't like very clearly.
And like your friends sneaking up on us.
My friend called out to you. There was no sneaking.
Your friend scary. Scary voice from the dark.
You're afraid of an old duck?
Aren't you?
No, he's my best friend in the whole world.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'll make you a deal.
A deal. I like deals.
You tell everyone you fell on something sharp, and we go back to camp.
Fell on something sharp. He looks around like the stick. He wipes some of his blood on the end of it.
Sorry,
That seems right.
I just was worried you were gonna hurt my friends. I thought you were running to go get bigger people. You know, big people, bigger than my
No,
friends.
I would have hurt your friends if I needed to, but I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't.
same page.
I didn't get a chance.
We protect our friends. Fair?
Fair.
Casca will give him like whatever clean like pocket square she has for the
Okay.
just because he's not gonna cry wolf apparently.
So hey, as you guys are coming like closer to the goblins here, you can see Calcica coming out of the woods with what looks to be a very almost mortally wounded a goblin holding a bloodied stick. It's okay.
fell.
It's okay, everybody. I tripped on this really sharp stick.
Oh my god. Is he okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I patched him up. He's
He
okay.
like rolls on the ground a little bit.
I take him to like the closest cot. Like I'll bring him to like this one.
Okay, sure.
I can't drag him.
Yeah, I got him there.
And I set him down and I'm like patting him on the back very soothingly and almost like like as if I really care, but secretly like my other hand is still like very close to my blade. Like you say anything, yeah, you will die.
You're so kind. You're so generous.
I try.
Here, take the stick.
Okay. I throw the stick the blood on it in the fire.
Oh yeah, and make sure no one else trips and falls on that
Yeah.
either.
We don't need anyone else getting stabbed.
It'd be terrible, you know. You don't want anybody just running into the woods and just.
See, that's the problem with running into the woods in the dark. Sometimes
I know,
just bad things happen.
I've done it thousands of times before and never had this happen. It's just a shame.
Casca looks at Geyer going, just a big smile like, it's fine.
Geyer's trying not to laugh at the moment because it's just like,
You can all tell the stab wound is very clearly Kalska's like normal range of stabbing too. Like you're all kind of.
I've seen her do this.
Mm-hmm. So now you guys are kind of like you guys are like these goblins that you can see are like the ones that weren't disarmed still have their weapons, but they haven't they're not like pointing them at you.
And Guyer's still there again. Well, try not to laugh. Still got his hands up, trying to be as non-threatening as possible.
I'm going to try to recover Tumoral's dagger.
Oh yeah, yeah. You grab it. It's the blade is broken on it. You can clearly see that it's in pieces.
I'm gonna approach the goblin that Kalska's with, and I'm gonna see to your wounds, little goblin.
Oh yes, the ones that were caused by this sharp stick in the woods. Those wounds, yes.
I shove a bit of jerky in his mouth so he stops talking.
Oh, they're delicious.
Guyer's going to look at the one closest to him. Yes, me and my friends helped out a compatriot of, well, maybe not of yours, but somebody who worked with your leader. I can't remember the name. Nob, something.
Oh yeah, I know both of those guys. Where'd you see them?
Grub!
What?
Grub!
Oh, Grub. Sorry.
Oh, Grub? Where'd you see Grub?
We found him running away from some hills to the northeast of here.
Oh, I'm surprised he survived anything. He's lived a long time, surprisingly, for how weak and small he is.
He did seem rather scared of something, but we helped him, sent him on his way. He said that there might be some coin to be made from bartering some of my goods with your leader.
At the insult of Grub, I'm going to say that while looking at the wounded goblin, accidentally put too much pressure on the wound.
Which you can clearly tell has not been made by a sharp stick. The wound does not match the stick that was thrown in the fire.
Oh, the plot twist.
He pointed me in this general direction, but I am rather old. It took me a little longer than to get everything situated. And I fear I was getting lost in the dark and came across your fire. I was hoping you might be able to point me in the right direction.
You see one of the other goblins that's around there, like, still holding Shortbow down, low, looks to the one that was in the front. It's like, Maladuke did say important meeting happening. Maybe part of meeting was stocking up on stuff. Yeah, we need more weapons. As they're all kind of like talking about this stuff. And they look towards you, guy, and say, we can take you to Maladuke.
Do we leave this evening? Or I see you guys have set up camp, and you have a lot of bags sitting over there as well. But perhaps I can have my rather large armored friend here. If you'd like to ease your travel, I can have him load them into the cart. We can...
That's a great idea. Then we wouldn't have to carry these heavy bags anymore. They all look together. They all look and smile at one another, and you can see like gaps in their teeth and all kinds of stuff. Like,
as you look over at Belthus, you heard him, boy. Please get the bags and load them into the cart for us.
Yes, sir. I'll go over.
You can see like several massive like burlap sacks, bags of flour, just laying around here. One of them's kind of spilled off to the side, but you can see like they're it definitely looks like some of them have some holes in them from the travel and from carrying them around. Looks like a couple of them been leaking for quite a quite a bit of travel. But yeah, you pick them up and you start stocking them into the wagon. Ah, it's a shame you weren't around a couple days ago. My back is killing me.
Unfortunately, we were out. I had to obtain some of the things I am to trade with your illustrious leader.
Oh, what are you bringing?
And he leans down and very carefully goes down, sort of bends over to the side and pulls out his very nicely crafted dagger that he carries with him.
Mm-hmm.
And again, now I'm not supposed to show anyone, but my barrel here has a very thin layer of dried meats on it in case anyone stopped and got nosy. But further down we have such items as this, and I'm going to hold up the dagger.
He's like, oh, that's nice. That's like finely crafted. Ooh, orc goblin can't make stuff like this.
I mean, you are helping me out, perhaps. And guy's gonna look around a little and sort of glance at Numeral, somewhat uncomfortably. That's a reward for your good help. I'm sure your leader will help you, but Gyra is going to offer his dagger to this goblin.
The goblin's like, for me?
Yes, but just don't. As far as anyone knows, you stole it. It came from somewhere else. You didn't get it from me. I don't want to get in trouble.
Me stole it. Mm-hmm.
Guy, in this conversation with this guy, I am actively stealing whatever knife the guy that I stabbed. I'm just taking his knife.
He had like a goblin short sword, I think they have, or
just taking that off of him.
Yeah,
he's getting tended to by Connery. This is mine now.
Oh yeah, you know, like as you kind of like take it off of him, he's just like, oh yeah, it's not near as sharp as a stick in the woods.
Not at all. And I just never give it back to him.
You gotta look at him. And again, you can show them that it was stolen from somewhere, and I'll show the other ones I have hidden away to your boss once we are preparing.
Oh, Maladuke is gonna be so thrilled. I'm excited.
Are we resting this evening, or are we going straight away? We know you have camp set up, so.
We can go straight away.
Then perhaps we should pack up and get on our way.
All right, so the other goblin, the other three start to get ready. The one on the cot that is bleeding profusely from a wound is trying to get up. Like, hey, I gotta pack my things too. Gotta pack it up.
I pack his things for him.
You're so nice.
I try. I'm also actively eyeing it for anything worth stealing, which I know there's nothing, but I'm gonna look anyway, just in case.
Okay.
We've got all the flour on the cart at this point, right?
All the flour's on the cart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Balthus has loaded up the last couple of bags. Your cart's pretty full now, though.
Yeah.
With all this flour.
Did you say in the cart while Balthus was throwing flour?
If you are, you're now
yeah,
covered in flour.
you're now covered in bags of flour.
She's now when she pops it next time, she's just covered in flour.
I'll have gotten out there. And maybe gotten my knife back from
Elven
Balthus.
Ghost.
One thing I do want to mention is you guys are getting all this stuff packed up. There is still one more bed area that is not being packed up. And you guys have completely lost sight of one of the other goblins that shot off into the foliage.
I was
Guy will look at the one
as we split off.
Guy will just look at the one he's been talking with about getting everything and gave the dagger to. I notice you have another bedroll. Are we missing someone?
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is when people sneak up on us, we have this routine that we do. They're probably halfway to Maladuke by now.
Oh, well,
Kalska looks at the one she stabbed and raises an eyebrow. As if to say, like, oh, you're just checking to make sure nothing goes sideways, huh?
It's like he like looks at you in the eye and then starts going, "Oh, the pain! No! Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it."
She pats him on the back particularly hard.
Don't say that. You'll be fine, little goblin. And I take some bandages and I hold them over his nose and mouth.
Guy looks so
I'm just
on.
gonna walk away from the one that's annoying her.
Okay.
And go over to Numeral and just very, like, with backs like blocking towards the goblins, pass her one of the extra knives that she has because hers got broken. Just in case anyone gets too close for now. It's not the
Numeral
same.
looks at it, but it's kind of like metally and
It's got a leather hilt. You'll be okay. Just for stabbing anyone if they get too close.
she makes like a scrinkly nose face.
I can sharpen a stick for you if you want. Apparently that works really well.
Oh no! You're calling from the.
I maybe prefer
Apply more pressure with the bandage.
stick than this goblin blade that's
No, I was
gonna
giving you one of
nullify
mine.
me.
I was giving you one of mine that's like.
Oh,
nice.
I thought it was the one you stole.
No, that one's just going in the cart so he doesn't have a weapon.
As these
Well-
goblins are gathering up, I want everybody to make spot hidden rolls for me, please.
The hidden thing is that way. Connery's looking that way.
I succeed.
It's like Calcica
Looks like Alska succeeds too.
Numeral. Calcica and Numeral do. One thing, especially Calcica, you probably got the first look at this, probably because of your close proximity with this stick-pierced goblin.
Skewered.
To Numeral, as you've had an elevated view of the situation being in the cart as well from and gazing upon these guys. There was a couple times where one of them like turned around and you could see on the back shoulder there was some kind of branding or some kind of marking on these goblins' back shoulder. It looks as if like two crude-looking crossing meat hooks are on the back of a couple of the shoulders of these goblins.
Interesting.
What would I have to? I mean, I'm just gonna assume just above table that that's Maladuke, but would I?
Your
roll
assumption
something-
would be close, you would think. Yeah.
Would I have to roll something like
You don't have to roll.
if I'd seen it anywhere?
Mhm.
No.
No.
These goblins are hooked on something.
Must be that white powder you've been smoking.
That's why they wanted all the flour. It does something different to goblins than it does to us.
Apparently Wolverton too. He hasn't slept since he picked up the trail.
We fast forward
I
a
was
day
gonna
later, the
look-
goblins are coming in with a cart full of flour, and a whole city of goblins just start cheering.
As the goblins are picking everything up and looking at Belthus, and I'm assuming Tenumeral are both probably near the cart somewhere as
Mhm.
they're getting their stuff together. I'm gonna look towards the two of them. Well, this goes a little sideways if there's one of them running back to Marblehead before we'll get there. They had all
Too late
stayed.
now.
We could have arrived together, but
Maybe when we arrive with these goblins, it won't matter.
The issue being that now he knows we're coming. And his assumption is we are not friendly.
right, these ones here know us as traders and know us to be, well, then perhaps we need them. Oh.
Connor, you want to go get him? Like a good doggy then?
Let's not send him chasing after somebody that
Tail wag.
All over it.
One of the goblins comes up. Oh, we're all packed up, ready to go. Heading to Botheld's Load. You ready?
How long will it take us to get there? I'm excited to see. I'm excited to meet your boss and see what we can accomplish together.
Oh, with that, and he points to the cart. Probably no more than a day.
A day. Oh, Michael. I have a question of curiosity for you.
Sure.
With my extremely high movement speed, would I be able to catch up with said scout if I broke off?
You could attempt. You could certainly try.
I am going to give it a try. I am going to spend the willpower to... Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, did you change the map?
I did. Because I'm gonna now that you guys have heard another name, I'm gonna put something new on the map for you.
Okay. I'm going to say that I walk over to the unused rucksack and whatnot and use that to use my racial ability to grab the scent.
Okay. Sure.
And immediately start using my 16-meter movement speed to chase that little legged creep down.
You start running into the foliage, and almost immediately you come face to face with another goblin who goes, "Don't eat me."
Who are you?
No one important. You didn't see me.
Am I getting the scent from this guy? Is it the same one?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was just out here hiding.
Didn't get very far, did he? What is your name?
Not important. Why isn't this
Not important.
working?
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Saw others do this. Why not work?
Do I
Can
see
we
any
see
flowers?
Connery's
in
rear
his
end?
face as well?
He starts like wiggling his fingers in front of your face, Connor.
Connor's just kind of tail no longer wagging, just like sitting there. Well then, this is happening. Why don't you come back to camp with us? We're gonna go meet up with Murmur. Yeah.
He the goblin like looks at you and is like has a confused look on his face, and he does this a couple more times and goes, "Okay," and starts to follow you out of the foliage to the rest of the group.
I'm just gonna carry him under my arm.
Okay. You start carrying him. He's like, wow. I think it worked. This creature is now under my control.
Yes. I am delivering you back to your people.
Yes. That is what you shall do. Yes.
Yes.
Take me to the flower.
I think you've had enough. I'd like to walk back to the cart with him.
Yes.
Look what I found, guys. His name is not important.
This creature is under my control. He has delivered me to the flower.
Yes, we've loaded it up. We are going to make trade with your leader, so we're
Excellent.
aiding in the...
That's what I was just
Yeah.
going to ask him to do.
Yeah.
Would you like to ride him?
Yes. It's all going according to my plan.
So it just leans over to Numeral.
The goblin tries to get out of your grasp a little bit, Connor. He starts climbing up your back and sits on top of your shoulders like a 2-year-old.
Connor just lets this happen, but never breaks eye contact with Geyer. Just
And he can see the big poo-eating grin sitting on Guy's face.
Galska leans towards to Numeral. Did that goblin just call Connery a creature?
woof.
I believe so.
I don't like that.
Well,
Just a second ago, I got called good boy, but that was okay.
you like to pretend to act like a dog, so
I now have a warg that wears clothing. Onward!
I'm not
Onward.
sure who's the most delusional one here, but it might be all of us.
onward. We're gonna stay close to Balthus because this is a mess.
And you guys all kind of gather together with this group of goblins, and you start to walk down the pathway. And after you guys start to disappear a little bit, there's one moment of just silence, and then, wait, I'm coming! Oh, I'm coming! Just go! I just got... And he's dragging himself a little bit across. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Dragonbane, Secret of the Dragon Emperor.
Oh boy.
That was entertaining.
Sorry,
Unlikely
not sorry,
ally.
Connery.
Sorry, no.
That was pretty funny.
Sorry, not sorry for stabbing that guy. That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. I love it.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody. Yeah, so I put Bothild's Lode on your map, so that's where the goblins are leading you. And we'll find out. You'll find out next time a little bit more information about it on your travels, because I'm sure the goblins will want to talk your ears off about it. Well done. And you floated all the stolen flour into your cart. We do have to do advancement, so we'll do that live here on stream for everybody who is hanging out with us. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys jumping in to the adventure tonight. Appreciate all the follows and the raids. Let me see if I can get my advancement rules up here once again. Now remember to numeral one of your advancements and one of Connery, one of your... Because of your training, you guys already spent one of your advancement points to do that.
Yeah.
To learn the magic. Yeah.
To learn the magic and to upgrade your skill level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And then
so did you
I got the
participate?
demon. Too,
Yeah, and any
for-
demons? Any demons or dragon? I think Guy rolled a couple dragons tonight.
Yeah, but one was on an agility check.
One
so
was
it
on a
doesn't help me.
it didn't help you. Yeah. So everybody gets a point for participating in the game session. So you guys can choose to put an advancement point next to one of your skills. Did you explore a new location? I would say yes. You guys are in a new part of the Misty Vale, so I'm going to give you guys a point for that. It doesn't get super specific on what they mean by new location. So yeah, you guys are exploring parts that you don't know about. So yes. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? I'm going to say for this one, no, but I'm going to give you guys all the point for the next one because you were able to overcome this obstacle without using force
Okay.
to an extent.
We're gonna have to make it fair. I will take that one. They all can get that one. I used force.
Okay, I'll accept that. I really love the sharp stick thing though. That was
Yeah.
really cool. I love that.
Sounds like
And did you give in to one of your weaknesses? Did anybody?
I stole his sword while he was getting healed.
Yep, you did. Yeah.
I would say reckless because I ran in just to save Geyer.
Yeah, you ran into the midst of all of it. Yeah, I would agree.
I stayed in the cart
Yeah.
and didn't get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say faint-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't stay in the cart, foolhardy.
Yeah, here you go. Yep.
I'd have to say probably not for Geyer this week.
Not for guy this week.
Yeah, I have the one for not sleeping indoors, but we really didn't deal with the camping aspect.
Mhm.
And there was no magic at all this time, so.
Was a lot of magic. Yeah, okay. So whatever points you guys have, you guys can add them to your skills, and then you guys can go ahead and roll advancement. And I think David said that there was a way if you're doing your character sheets online, there's a way that you can just like click it automatically, and it will make the rules for you, and it will update it on your character
Yeah,
sheet.
it's in the top right-hand corner. After you put your check marks in, there's a little up arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I found it after he mentioned it last time.
Okay, yeah, so if you guys are using that method, you can use that, or if you're going with your own dice, that's fine too. Whatever works for you guys on that. I'm cool with whatever you guys decide to do for how you want to roll for those advancement points. Just remember, you got to exceed the number on your roll to increase it.
Okay. Do mine manually.
Oh, look at that. The staves went up by 1.
I know. It's,
Literally
fail.
1.
Just the 1? Yeah.
Yep.
That's all right.
That's okay, because I'm picking all high numbers because I'm trying to get to that 18 for the heroic.
Trying to get to 18, okay.
It's going to be a lot of failures, but it'll be worth it, I think.
Geyer's really trying to get that bushcraft up the last couple of weeks after his camping fiasco.
Oh my god.
Fails. And where? Come on, I can find you somewhere. Meets it doesn't count, right?
Doesn't count. That's exceeded. Oh, right on the bubble. Dang.
So 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4. Awesome. Well,
Okay.
I
I
gotta remove my
only
knife.
did 1. So my languages is going up.
language is going up. Okay.
Hmm.
I got 2 out of 3. I was also trying bushcraft and I failed. It's
Yeah,
funny 'cause that was my
Aw.
lowest one,
Dang.
but I got a 1 on that one. So, okay,
Right.
great. But I did progress my myths and legends and my sneaking,
Okay.
so I'm even sneakier now.
I think I just make
Well, that's
sure
good.
that was the only one I had that was.
And I did learn the new spell, so that's good.
Yeah, and now next session that'll be available for you to use, so you'll be able to use
Yeah,
that
so
next
I'm
time.
adding that to my sheet now.
Very cool, guys. So yeah, you guys got to explore a little bit more of Outskirt tonight and meet or witness and see some new people and some new rumors and see try to discover or solve a mystery of a theft that happened within town, which you guys were able to kind of head that off at the pass here, and I guess we will see what happens next time as you guys are headed with these goblins and a cart full of flour towards Bothild's Lode, and we will find out what happens in a week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We will be back in 1 week's time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, USA time, to see how the party fares on our next episode of Dragonbane. So till next time, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, everybody, and have a good night. We'll see you all soon.
Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.